Chelsea, she's been at her home all morning talking about protecting the pipes, what you can do right now if you notice maybe a bit of a problem, Chelsea, and hope nobody does.
Yeah, so I spoke with an expert over at John Moore Services last night. We wanted to touch base with them to see if people were already experiencing those pipes bursting. That's been the biggest fear, right? If you don't wrap your pipes and you don't run your water, those pipes could burst. So what they told me. So what they told me was that right now that's not the calls. Those aren't the calls that they're getting right now. They're getting calls about maybe, you know, some external problems. So for one, if you haven't already and your garden hose might be still attached outside, you want to go ahead and take that off. It's going to be harder because, you know, we're in the freeze and things are cold. It might be frozen, but you want to go ahead and do that if you haven't done so already, because they say that water will freeze and back up into your system. So that's one thing you could do. Another thing is to not slack off. I know a lot of us are at home comfy, as I am now, luckily, but don't slack off when it comes to running your water. Just, you know, throughout the house, you want to run the faucets, make sure that you're flushing the toilets, because that'll make sure that water is still moving, and it's hard for the water to freeze when it's moving like that. So something you want to do regularly. His suggestion was even, you know, every couple of hours or so, or every few hours at least. So I told y'all during the 9 a.m. what I experienced back in December of 2022 when we did have a little freeze going on. And I think I was out reporting and I did not run this faucet. I didn't do the proper preps. I don't think I even opened these cabinets here. So when I came home, I noticed that the water wasn't coming out. I was like, oh goodness, I froze the kitchen sink. So one thing that I did was go ahead and put my little space heater down here. This is not something that you do and just walk away, but it is something that you can do to help defrost your pipes. Yeah, put the space heater down there, let it run, and it worked. You know, I think it took a little while, but it actually did work. And if you're able to do that, that'll keep a lot of that from backing up. Just something to keep in mind. But speaking with John Moore, there's a few other things that they pointed out that as of today, since it's still cold outside, if you do have an issue, like let's say you turn your faucet on, no water's coming out. If you do have an issue, really, you know, you can call a plumber, but there's not a whole lot that they can do right now because everything is still going to be frozen until maybe tomorrow sometime. So the only thing that they can do really right now is kind of advise you to go ahead and shut your water off if you do think it's an issue. It may be something simple like if your pipes are frozen, you are in luck. You know, that's something that can defrost. But, you know, if you are worried about a burst pipe, that's something that you probably won't even notice until tomorrow when things are defrosting. You may notice a leak, or you may hear water running in a part of your house where you don't have a sink or a faucet or a toilet or anything like that. That's when you know you have a serious problem. But go ahead and take a listen to the other advice he gave me.
You just don't want to drip the water, or you don't want to get up periodically throughout the night and the next day and keep running faucets and stuff, turn the water off to your house. If you turn the water off to the house, relieve the pressure inside, it may freeze, but the ice inside of the pipe has somewhere to go. It'll expand and run along with the pipe instead of fighting against the pipe, right? And so when I have a pressurized house and it freezes, that ice has nowhere really to go, and so it kind of expands out, and that's what bursts pipes.
All right, so just some advice to help protect your things if you do think your house is that frozen, it's gone that far. Go ahead and shut that water off. And just keep in mind, if you do call in a professional, let's say tomorrow morning, you get through, just know it's going to be a lot of people calling tomorrow. So you're going to have to be patient. It may take them a while to get out, because you can imagine they're going to be probably all over the city dealing with busted pipes or any other issues people may have. But hopefully, if you have been away or you haven't run your faucets, I'm hoping for your sake it might just be a little frozen if the water's not running and you're not dealing with a busted pipe. But I think we're going to find all that out tomorrow. So we'll be keeping our ear to the ground and seeing what other advice we can offer you guys as well.
So helpful, Chelsea. You were outside earlier at your house, like we saw Nate, and he said it was the most miserable assignment of his life. How were you handling it out there? Was it a little easier for you, or do you feel the same?
I mean, oh my goodness. I will say I was a little shocked at how quickly my fingers got frozen from being outside. Because, you know, I told y'all about the garden hose this time, but earlier we were outside and I was demonstrating. So I can show you, yes, the water was frozen in the garden hose. But I mean, we were out there just a few minutes, and my fingers were frozen. I ran back in this house so quickly after that live shot.
Home sweet home, never felt so good.
She's right next to the crib.
Yes, I do feel very lucky that I am able to come in and I've been, you know, able to drink my coffee this morning with Rodney. So very comfortable assignment, I will say, compared to Nate out there.
That's awesome. All right. Great advice to keep in mind, and hopefully we won't be hearing of too many pipes. Any issues with pipes?
Hope not. All right, thanks, Chelsea. Enjoy your morning.
Yeah, that's the hope.